Hello, dear friend. It is Saturday, December 13th, and I'm so thankful you're here today. This isn't just another ordinary day marked on a calendar. It's a day filled with quiet promise, a sacred pause where heaven bends close to listen. Maybe lately you've been carrying a quiet weight in your heart, something you haven't even had the words to explain. Maybe you've been waiting, praying softly for things to change in your relationships, your purpose, your finances, or even your health. Or maybe there's something deep inside you stirring, a gentle voice whispering, there's more ahead. Even when the path forward still feels uncertain and unseen, take a moment with me to remember this. God sees every closed door in your life. He notices the moments where nothing seems to move, when every effort feels like it leads to the same still place. He knows the ache of knocking and hearing silence. He understands how it feels to watch others step into opportunities while you're still standing in the hallway, wondering if your time will ever come. Yet his word reminds us, I will open doors that no one can shut. That is his promise, steady, unchanging, not dependent on your timing or striving, but rooted in his faithfulness. This prayer today isn't about rushing or pushing for things to happen. It's about becoming ready in heart, ready in spirit, ready to walk through what God has already prepared. This isn't a passive waiting that sits in worry. It's an act of trust, a sacred invitation to align your heart with his plan, to choose his timing over your urgency, and to rest in his wisdom rather than your effort. Today is not a day to panic about what hasn't happened yet. It's a day to prepare your spirit for what is on the way, because when God moves, he moves with purpose. When he opens a door, it is never random, it is always divine. Your waiting season is not wasted. It is the quiet workshop where faith grows stronger, where perspective deepens, and where trust becomes real. God is not ignoring you, he's preparing you. So as we begin this prayer, let's quiet our hearts. Let's turn down the noise of comparison, the pressure to make things happen by force, and instead open our spirits to the gentle rhythm of his grace. Let's not just ask for any door to open, but for the right one, the door that lines up perfectly with his will and his timing. Maybe today isn't the day the door swings open, but it can be the day your heart gets ready for it. It can be the day peace replaces striving, the day faith takes the place of frustration. Let's step together into this sacred space where hope meets surrender. Because your new door, the one heaven has prepared, is already waiting for you. If this message speaks to your heart, take a deep breath and let it sink in. Type, I'm waiting with faith, in the comments below, or share this prayer with someone who needs to hear it. And if you can, join me again tomorrow as we keep building this daily rhythm of prayer, hope, and faith together. Your new Heavenly Father, I come before you this Saturday, December 13th, with a heart that feels both stirred and searching. I recognize that my desires are many and sometimes mixed. Some are holy dreams that you planted in me, dreams to help, to create, to bring healing, to build, to shine light into dark places. But I also know that some desires come from my pain, my fears, and old wounds that still whisper, you're not enough. Or from insecurities that crave validation more than your presence. So today, I bring it all before you, not with pride or certainty, but with an open heart. I ask you to go through my heart like a careful gardener, separating weeds from the wheat, sorting what is real from what is rooted in fear. Show me which longings come from your spirit and which come from my own striving. Help me tell the difference between what feels urgent and what is truly eternal. Lord, I don't want to chase after dreams that lead me away from you, no matter how bright they look. I don't want to reach for success if it costs me peace, or take on opportunities that pull me from your will. I want my desires to align with yours. I want my goals to grow from surrender, not from self-reliance. Let every longing in me be reshaped until it reflects your heart. Quiet the noise of comparison that tells me I'm behind, that others are moving faster or achieving more. Silence the thought that says you're running late. Remind me instead that I'm right on time in your plan, that no door meant for me will ever close before I arrive, and no blessing designed for me will ever be lost. Replace my striving with peace that's still, deep peace that doesn't make sense to the world but whispers, you're exactly where you need to be. Let your word light up the paths where my gifts meet the world's need. Show me how to use what you've placed in my hands, my words, my compassion, my creativity to serve your purpose. Guard me, Lord, from forcing doors open out of fear or frustration. Keep me from confusing movement with progress. Teach me to wait with faith, not with worry. Give me courage to face each opportunity not with desperation, but with discernment and humility, trusting that if it's from you, it will come with peace, not pressure. Let every step I take be guided by prayer. Let every hope I hold be covered in surrender. Even when I can't see what's next, remind me that I can trust the one who holds tomorrow. And if what I'm asking for isn't part of your plan, whether in ministry, relationships, finances, or creative work, lead me gently towards something better, something purer, something wiser, something built from your wisdom and not my own. Because, Father, I believe your plans are never late, never small, and never empty. They are always perfect, and today I choose to trust them completely. Lord, I know that some seasons in our lives are written in waiting. There are prayers that linger on our lips for months, even years, and still meet silence instead of open skies. There are days when the quiet feels heavier than your promises, and hope trembles beneath the weight of time. Waiting can ache, it can feel like a kind of heartbreak, a space where our hearts long for movement and closure but find stillness instead. Yet even in that stillness you are near. You call us to rest, to pause, to trust. Even when I grow impatient, you remain patient with me. You love me through my restlessness. You hold my heart when it grows tired from wondering, when, Lord? So today, I ask you for the gift of patience, not the kind that just waits for time to pass, but the kind that trusts you deeply even when there's no visible sign of change. Teach me to rest in the truth that delay is not denial, that silence is not absence, and that your plans are quietly unfolding even behind closed doors. Help me to wait like a gardener tending her soil, patient, faithful, expectant, watering the ground with prayer, feeding it with trust, and protecting it from the weeds of doubt and fear. Let this waiting season shape me, not break me. Let it deepen my faith instead of dulling my passion. And when doubts whisper, "Why hasn't anything changed?" help me to answer with your truth. You are the God who opens doors no one can shut. Your timing is flawless. Your ways are higher, you never fail. Guard my heart, Lord, from bitterness when others receive what I'm still praying for. Protect me from shame when it feels like I've fallen behind or missed my moment. Keep me from discouragement and the temptation to compare my journey to someone else's. Shield me from the exhaustion that comes from trying to make things happen in my own strength. Remind me that your timeline is full of mercy and that your silence often hides the sound of preparation. When I can't see it, let me still believe it. When I can't feel movement, help me trust that you're working behind the scenes. I may not see the whole picture yet, but I know that your promises never fade. I know that when the time is right, every locked gate will open, every delay will make sense, and every not yet will turn into a beautiful now. So today, I choose faith over fear, surrender over striving, and peace over pressure. I choose to stay expectant, to keep my heart open, and to keep my eyes on you, because you are faithful and your timing is perfect. And when that door finally opens, the one meant for me, and no one else, I will walk through it, knowing it wasn't my strength that brought me there, but your grace. Let this Tuesday be a reminder that even when nothing seems to move, heaven is still working. Even when prayers feel unanswered, they are not unheard. God is still preparing, still aligning, still shaping every detail for your good and His glory. So breathe, trust, and wait with faith, because your new door, the one designed by heaven itself, truly awaits. Keep me from the cynicism that whispers maybe this is all there is. Instead, plant inside me a quiet, steady patience that looks toward heaven and says with peace, I trust you, Lord. Whether my answer comes in 15 minutes or 15 years, help me to remember that waiting seasons are not wasted. They are sacred classrooms where my heart learns endurance, surrender, and gentle joy. Let my waiting become worship. Let every delay become an altar of trust, a living testimony to your constant faithfulness. So today, even while I wait, I choose peace instead of pressure. I choose trust instead of striving. And I choose to believe that every silent day is still a part of the story. You're writing a story that will not end in disappointment. Father, you move in ways I don't always see or understand. You are not limited to grand gestures or big moments. You speak just as powerfully through the quiet in the soft light of morning, in the calm of sunset, or through the sudden stillness that settles unexpectedly in my spirit. You guide through everyday moments, through conversations that seem simple but carry your fingerprints, through kind words from a friend, a stranger, or even a passing thought that carries your peace. Yet, Lord, I admit that when life gets noisy, I often miss you. When the world around me hums with distractions, schedules, and endless scrolling, my heart gets crowded. I start looking for big signs, the kind of dramatic breakthroughs that shout, "This is it." And in doing so, I overlook your gentle whispers. I miss your quiet invitations that are often right in front of me, because I am waiting for something louder, something obvious. So today, Father, open the eyes of my heart. Help me to notice the quiet miracles that surround me each day, the small reminders that you are close, the God winks, the perfectly timed words, the moments that align too precisely to be random. Help me to recognize your hand in small beginnings, in doors that open slowly, in conversations that spark new hope, in opportunities that may seem simple but carry divine purpose. Teach me to pay attention to the sacred details, a verse that lingers in my thoughts, a message that repeats what you've been whispering, a new connection that feels heaven sent. Let me see that these are not coincidences, but threads in your careful design. Train me, Lord, to approach every small prompting with faith. Help me see that obedience in little things often opens the way to greater things. Don't let me rush past your subtle signs just because they seem too ordinary. Help me slow down long enough to hear you clearly, not my fears, not my doubts, not the world's noise, but your voice leading me forward with calm assurance. When my thoughts start to spin or I begin to overthink, remind me that great changes often begin with the smallest steps of faith. That sometimes the door to destiny doesn't crash open with noise, but creaks open softly in the stillness of prayer. So today, Lord, I choose to stay alert, responsive, and expectant. I choose to walk with a listening heart, one tuned to the quiet rhythm of your spirit. Even when clarity comes slowly, like light filtering through morning fog, I will still trust that you are guiding me, one gentle whisper, one obedient step at a time. Let me never miss your presence in the quiet, because that is often where you speak the loudest. Lord, you remind me that opportunity is sacred, and that true readiness is not about perfect timing but about trust. Every open door is an invitation, not just to advance, but to grow in faith, and sometimes the door I've prayed for will open when I least expect it. When that moment comes, I want to be ready, not just outwardly, but inwardly, because if my heart is fearful, my mind scattered, or my spirit unfocused, I might hesitate right at the edge of what you've prepared. So begin the preparation now, Lord. Shape me spiritually, emotionally, and mentally for what's coming. Before the opportunity arrives, anchor me in peace. Teach me to understand that readiness begins in the secret place, in moments of prayer, in simple acts of obedience, in choosing to listen when the world tells me to rush. Prepare me through the small decisions that no one else sees, the quiet choices to stay kind, to walk in integrity, to keep showing up faithfully, to speak truth with love. Let each small moment be a rehearsal for greater purpose. Build in me the kind of character that stands firm when responsibility grows. Refine my motives so that when I finally walk through new doors, I do it not for applause but for service. Help me become steady, rooted in humility, guided by wisdom, clothed in clarity. I don't want to move forward from fear or pride, but from peace. Shape my faith through consistent obedience, not just in emotional highs, but in the quiet routines of daily life. Let prayer be my preparation and your word my compass. When anxious thoughts rise, help me breathe your truth. Remind me that confidence in you is not arrogance, it's assurance that you've already gone ahead of me. Let my courage be calm, my confidence gentle, and my heart surrendered. When I feel pressured to perform, remind me that my success doesn't depend on my strength, but on your spirit working through me. Refine every hidden part of me that clings to control, pride that fears failure, perfectionism that steals peace, avoidance that disguises fear. Soften those edges with your grace, Lord. Give me courage to move forward even when I'm uncertain, and patience to stay still when you ask me to wait. Help me build spiritual strength through small victories, through faith that keeps going even when progress feels slow. Let consistency become my quiet power and surrender my greatest strength. Teach me to live in holy balance, to move when you say move, to rest when you say rest. Let my work be disciplined, but my heart stay soft. I don't want to rush through waiting seasons or walk into doors before I'm ready. I don't want impatience to lead me into places meant for another time. And when that long awaited door opens the opportunity you've been preparing me for, let me walk through it with humility, peace, and confidence in your plan. Even if challenges wait on the other side, let me face them with grace, knowing that you are walking with me into every new season. And through it all, may each new place refine me, not define me. Let every blessing draw me closer to you. Let every step forward be taken with gratitude and reverence. Because the truth is, Lord, I don't just want the door to open, I want to be ready to walk through it as the person you've shaped me to be. I want to be strong enough to handle the blessing, wise enough to steward it well, and humble enough to remember that it's all from you. Keep molding me in the unseen, refining me through patience, and preparing me quietly until your timing reveals what's next. Even when it feels slow, remind me that you're not withholding, you're perfecting. You're arranging things I can't yet see, aligning hearts, shaping paths, and preparing me for a purpose that fits me fully. Let me stay faithful in the unseen, prayerful in the ordinary, and expectant in the waiting. Because the story you're writing is still unfolding, and your timing, though mysterious, is always good. So I end this prayer where I began, asking you to keep me from cynicism that says maybe this is all there is. Instead, plant in me a steady patience that keeps looking up and saying, I trust you, Lord. Whether the answer comes soon or years from now, help me remember that waiting is not wasted time. It is sacred ground where faith matures, peace grows, and trust takes root. Let my waiting be worship, my silence be strength, and my stillness be filled with your presence. Today, even in the waiting, I choose peace over pressure, trust over striving, and faith over fear. I choose to believe that every quiet day is still part of the story you are writing, a story that ends not in disappointment, but in divine fulfillment. Let every open door shape me more into your image, Lord, the one who leads, teaches, and prepares me perfectly for what's ahead. God, you know that when something new begins, it's rarely just about opportunity. It's about courage, because when a door opens, fear often rises beside it. Fear of failing, fear of the unknown, fear of not being enough. Sometimes that fear speaks so loudly that it almost sounds true, but your word reminds me that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. So today, Father, I ask for courage. Not the loud kind that shows off strength, but the quiet kind that chooses trust even when my knees shake. Give me courage that says, I will move forward even if I can't see the whole path. The kind that steps out of the boat even while the storm is still raging, because I know you're standing on the water, calling me closer. When doubt tells me I'm too small, remind me that you use small things to reveal your glory. When my heart worries that I'm too late, remind me that you are never late, that your timing is perfect, and you make all things beautiful in their season. When fear of the unknown tries to overwhelm me, help me focus not on what's uncertain, but on who is certain, you, my faithful Father. Teach me to say yes when you say go. Give me strength to respond when you call, even when the road ahead feels unclear. Let obedience be my compass, not comfort. Let faith, not fear, guide my steps. I may not walk boldly all the time, but help me walk honestly, trusting that even trembling obedience still honors you. Lord, protect me from fear that drains my soul, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of falling short. Replace those lies with your truth. I am with you, do not be afraid. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Write those words deep in my heart until they echo louder than my doubt. Remind me that you never open a door without giving me the grace to walk through it. What you call me to, you will carry me through. Let peace and joy follow me in every step, not as fleeting emotions, but as steady proof that your presence walks beside me. Even if my voice shakes, let my spirit stay anchored. Even if my pace is slow, let my faith stay strong, because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward while holding your hand. So, Father, as new beginnings unfold, I choose trust over hesitation, faith over fear, and confidence that every step forward is leading me deeper into your purpose and closer to your heart. Heavenly Father, I understand now that walking through a new door isn't just about entering a new chapter. It's about transformation. It's less about where I'm going and more about who I'm becoming through you. Every door you open is an invitation to grow, to reflect your character, to carry your light, and to walk in step with your spirit. So, Lord, I ask that every opportunity you bring into my life would not just change my situation, but would change me. When challenges come, and I know they will, let them build perseverance, not discouragement. When I'm placed in positions of leadership, fill me with compassion before confidence. When success begins to grow, keep my heart grounded in humility. Remind me that influence without integrity is empty. Let every step I take be guided by your love, patient, kind, and steady. Let my words carry grace, my actions show excellence, and my attitude shine with peace. Let the way I treat others be a reflection of your goodness, not my own ability. Let every door I walk through plant lasting seeds, seeds of faith that take root in tired hearts, seeds of kindness that heal, seeds of creativity that bring life, and seeds of service that point people back to you. Build empathy within me, Lord, so I can see others the way you do. Give me discipline so that even my daily habits become an offering to you. Let worship fill every small task, washing dishes, sending an email, comforting a friend, because when done in love, even the ordinary brings you glory. Use every opportunity not just to bless me, but to bless others through me. Let my life be a vessel that pours out encouragement, hope, and restoration into the world. Let the places I enter become brighter because your presence flows through me. And most of all, guard my heart, Lord. Don't let any open door, no matter how exciting, pull me away from you. Success without you is failure in disguise. Keep me close, rooted in truth and grounded in grace. Remind me that your kingdom isn't built on status or achievements, but by hearts that are surrendered to you. Shape me through every process, refine me in hidden places, and align my words and desires with your will. Let my life reflect your glory not just in big moments, but in the quiet, unseen ones too. May every detail, every choice, every door, every step glorify you. And as I move forward into what you've prepared, help me remember that the greatest transformation isn't what changes around me, but what changes within me. Dear Lord, you know how easy it is for excitement to rush ahead of wisdom. When a new door opens, I often want to grab it before asking if it's from you, but not every open door is meant to be walked through. So today, I ask for discernment, for the kind of wisdom that comes from your Spirit, not my own thoughts. Lead me clearly through every choice, every turn, and every crossroad. Calm the part of me that believes faster means better. Remove the urge to force progress or the hesitation that keeps me still. Fill me with quiet confidence, trusting that following your pace is always better than chasing my own. Let your Spirit be my compass. Teach me to test each opportunity by asking, does this draw me closer to you? Does it bring peace or pressure? Is it aligned with eternal purpose or just temporary gain? Give me the wisdom to see beyond appearance and ambition, and instead, to see through heaven's clarity. Grow my discernment in stillness and prayer. Help me learn that waiting is not wasted, that patience refines wisdom. When confusion clouds my vision, help me seek counsel from those rooted in truth. Remind me that even silence can be your guidance when my heart is quiet enough to hear you. When unexpected changes come, give me grace to adapt with peace, not panic. When new responsibilities appear, give me endurance and humility. And if a door that looks perfect isn't truly from you, if it leads me away from your plan, close it gently, Lord. I trust you enough to let it go. But when a door bears good fruit, reflects your goodness, and produces peace, let me walk through it boldly. Not because I have every answer, but because I know you go before me. Keep me anchored in discernment. Don't let success distract me from prayer. Don't let progress take me away from your presence. Let every yes come from surrender, and every step be rooted in purpose. Even after excitement fades, help me stay faithful, listening and learning, because real success isn't found in how many doors I enter, but in how closely I follow the one who opens them. So I rest my choices in your hands, Lord. Lead me, guide me, and ground me in your wisdom. Let every decision I make after the open door be shaped by your peace and directed by your grace. Father, every new door you open brings change, and with change comes both beauty and challenge. As I step into what's next, give me the wisdom to handle transitions with grace. Change can feel like both a gift and a test, but when you guide me, every shift becomes a chance to grow deeper in faith. Teach me to keep my focus balanced, one eye on what's new and the other on what's eternal. Let my excitement for what's ahead never cause me to forget what lasts forever. Help me walk in balance, holding faith and caution together, hope and realism in harmony, passion and perseverance in rhythm. Whether I'm beginning a new job, joining a new community, or walking an unfamiliar path, help me to build wisely. Let everything be rooted in your word, not my emotions. Show me who to trust in this new season. Teach me how to set boundaries that protect my peace. Help me form habits that nurture growth, not drain it. Give me discernment to recognize what sustains me, time in your presence, moments of rest, relationships that strengthen. Remind me that not all growth is visible. Sometimes it happens quietly through patience, humility, and surrender. Guard me from feeling overwhelmed. When my mind races ahead or my heart feels stretched thin, bring me back to stillness. Remind me that your growth is steady and sure, even when slow. Help me trust that each chapter, calm or chaotic, is part of a greater story you're writing for my good and your glory. When uncertainty rises, anchor me in confidence that you're already there preparing the way. When I meet resistance, give me endurance. When I experience success, keep me humble. Let every transition refine me, not define me. Father, help me remember that you are the constant in every changing season. Circumstances may shift, but your presence never does. Teach me to rely on your wisdom over my experience and to seek your voice over my logic. Let this new season not just bring external change, but inner transformation, shaping me to reflect you more clearly. Through it all, let my heart stay anchored in you, not in results, not in outcomes, but in the truth that you are faithful, you are near, you are working all things together for my good and your glory. God, sometimes the doors you open lead straight into the unknown places where logic fades and trust must rise. Those are the moments when faith is tested, when comfort disappears, and all that remains is your voice calling me forward. I've seen this before: jobs that offered less security but brought more purpose, friendships that changed my heart, moments of service that stretched and shaped me. Those became sacred markers of growth, reminders that obedience always brings blessing. And yet, even with those memories, fear still finds its way, in fear of what I can't see, fear of what might go wrong, fear that I'm not enough. So today, Lord, I bring every fear to you. I surrender every anxious thought, every what if, and every doubt that tries to drown out your promise. Because you have not called me to live in fear, you've called me to walk in faith. Grant me, Lord, the courage to keep stepping forward even when the road ahead is still unclear. Teach me, Lord, to walk by faith and not by sight. Help me lean not on my own understanding, but on your wisdom that never fails. Let your word be my map and your spirit my guide. When doubt tries to whisper that I am alone, remind me that I'm not. You are here with me in every step, in every breath, and in every uncertain place I walk into. If people criticize me, let your approval be enough. If I'm misunderstood, let your presence bring peace to my heart. And when fear tries to pull me backward, give me awareness to notice it and the strength to choose trust instead. Remind me that you go before me, preparing the way, aligning the timing, and arranging every detail. Even when my steps feel small or shaky, let them still be forward steps, because movement in faith, no matter how slow, still moves me closer to you. Help me resist the temptation to run back to what's safe or familiar. Instead, help me move with courage. Let courage be my steady companion, not the kind that shouts loudly, but the kind that stands quietly in the storm and says, I will trust you even here. And if the unknown lasts longer than I expected, help me find comfort in your unchanging love, because even when I don't understand the path, I can trust the one who made it. So today, Father, I choose courage not because I feel no fear, but because I believe in you more than my fear. I choose to step forward not because I see the full picture, but because I know the artist who paints it. I choose faith because wherever you lead, there is purpose, and even in the unknown, I am never alone. Father, I thank you for the new opportunities you bring, for the doors you open, the dreams you awaken, and the paths you gently unfold. But I also know that with every new beginning comes responsibility, pressure, and expectation. The same opportunities that lift my heart can also weigh heavily on my mind. My thoughts can easily shift from joy to worry, from faith to fear, from focus to exhaustion. So today, Lord, I ask not just for strength, but for peace. Not a peace that fades when stress appears, but a peace that stays because I know you hold all things together. Let that peace not be something I chase, but something that flows naturally when I choose to trust you. When my mind starts to race ahead, remind me that if you've called me to this place, you've already made provision for every detail. You're not a God who leaves things half done. You finish every good work you start. Help me breathe your peace deep into the anxious parts of my heart. Let it quiet my overthinking and calm the waves of restlessness inside me. Let your peace guard both my heart and my decisions. When deadlines come, help me work with diligence but without panic. When expectations rise, remind me that I am here not to please people but to honor you. When the weight feels heavy, remind me that you offer rest to those who come to you weary and burdened. Even in busy seasons, let your rest fill my routines. Help me create moments of stillness, where I can breathe in your presence and exhale my worries. Let the rhythm of my life reflect not the rush of this world, but the steady heartbeat of your grace. When pressure builds, teach me to pray instead of push. When exhaustion nears, teach me to pause instead of perform. When transitions feel hard, let your quiet strength meet me there, not with noise, but with calm assurance. Today, Lord, I choose peace over panic. I choose rest over striving. I choose trust over control because you are my peace, not just the giver of it, but the very presence of it. And wherever you are, calm always follows. Gracious God, every open door in my life is a gift from you, a sign of your mercy, not a reward for my effort. I receive each new opportunity with deep gratitude, knowing it's not something I earned but something you've graciously given. Thank you, Lord, for your kindness, your generosity, and the many ways you remind me that you are faithful. Let gratitude shape how I walk through every season. Help me move with grace and humility, not pride or entitlement. Keep my heart soft and my spirit teachable. When success comes, protect me from arrogance. When blessings flow, don't let me forget their source. Let every answered prayer, every victory, and every blessing point back to you. Teach me to see my life not as ownership, but as stewardship. Everything I have, every gift, every opportunity, every moment, belongs first to you. Help me care for these blessings with wisdom, using them to serve others, to build your kingdom, and to bring glory to your name. When I'm tempted to think I did it on my own, remind me it was your grace that carried me. Protect me from pride and self-reliance. Guard me from believing that success means I need you less. Let every blessing bring me closer to you, not further away. The more you give, the more I want to give back to you in love, obedience, and gratitude. Even before I step into new opportunities, I pause to say thank you. Thank you for what has been, for what is, and for what is still coming. Thank you for trusting me with new doors to walk through, new people to love, and new lessons to learn. Teach me to pause often and praise you intentionally, not only when life feels full, but also in the quiet and ordinary moments. Let gratitude be the rhythm of my days and humility the tone of my heart. As I keep walking forward, may every step, every word, every action, and every dream echo this truth. I am here not because of my merit, but because of your mercy, and that mercy will always be enough. Father, thank you for hearing every word, every whisper, and every unspoken prayer rising from my heart. Thank you for listening not only to what I say with confidence, but also to what I whisper in fear. and what I hope for quietly in faith. You see the full landscape of my journey, every closed door that left me wondering, every open door that filled me with awe, and every waiting hallway in between. Today, I place all of it, the seen and unseen, into your faithful hands. I surrender this entire path to you, Lord. Make me more like your Son with every step I take. Shape my heart in humility, strengthen my faith in trials, renew my mind in truth. Let this season of open doors be more than just change. Let it be transformation. Transform my spirit to be anchored in peace, my soul to be grounded in purpose, and my calling to be refined through grace. Father, I don't want to chase after doors out of fear or impatience. I don't want to force open what isn't meant for me. Teach me to walk patiently along the path you light before me, one step at a time, one prayer at a time. Help me trust that your timing isn't slow, it's sacred. You are never late. You are always exact. Every delay, every detour, every pause has meaning because it's preparing something holy within me. Let every move I make draw me closer to you. Let every word I speak reflect your love. Let every door I walk through be a space where your light can be seen through me. Let my life, in its quiet moments and its bold ones, point others back to you, the source of all goodness and grace. I trust, Father, that you will finish every good work you have started in me. Even when I can't see the outcome, I trust the one who holds it. Your faithfulness is steady, your love is unchanging, your plans for me are always good. So I rest in that truth today, letting go of striving, silencing my worry, and settling my heart in your care. I believe you are already at work, turning every detail into beauty, redeeming every waiting season, and preparing me for what's ahead. As I walk forward, let my courage grow, not because I see clearly, but because I trust deeply. Let peace guide my steps, grace fill my words, and faith anchor my soul. You are not just the God who opens doors, you are the God who walks with me through them, so I move forward today not alone, but held, guided, and loved. In Jesus' holy and faithful name, I surrender this journey, every step, every season, and every door, to your perfect will and unfailing love. Amen.